Good morning. Magandang umaga po. Have you ever been into a situation where you got into a car accident, you have insurance, and you're not getting paid for the damages? Well, I heard about this and it bothers me. So that's what we're going to talk about, and I will solicit comments from you if you've had any experience in the past similar to this. Okay? Let's get on with it. The other day, I posted a video regarding automobile insurance, and there are basically two basic types of automobile insurance. One is the minimum that is required by LTO, Land Transportation Office, which is the third-party liability. That means if you hit someone, you'll be responsible for the damages you cause to the other party. That's why it's called third-party liability, and the insurance will cover you for that. But you don't have any other coverage if that's all you carry. So if there's a damage to your car, if you got hit, you got hospitalized, that's on you. Okay? So for you to get a for you to get covered, you need to get a comprehensive policy. And I got a comment from someone who said, let me see. Personally, from first-hand experience, I'll get only third-party liability, they call it TPL, just to comply with auto registration. Anything above that is good luck when collecting from insurance companies in the Philippines. In my opinion, most automobile insurance companies in the Philippines are a hoax. Hoax. So I said, can you share the insurance company you had this experience with, including details as to what happened? Thank you for viewing my vlog. Well, he refused the first one but gave me the second one. He said, "Sir, I'd rather not name the insurance company. It will only open myself to frivolous lawsuit, if you know what I mean. But from personal experience driving in the Philippines and owning several vehicles, as well as experiencing my share of motor vehicle accidents, none of which are my fault, I can say that insurance claims in the Philippines are like pulling teeth without Novocaine." Wow. Recently, my doctor friend from Philadelphia who owns a Hyundai Santa Fe got into an accident. No fault of his. He has comprehensive insurance and paid $20,000 for that year. That's the premium. Guess what his share of the bill was on a mirror body repair? 140,000 pesos. This was the shop the insurance company sent him. We were both questioning between ourselves if there was an anomaly that occurred in that transaction. This is just one of the many horror stories I can share with your viewers on the hidden corruption of most insurance companies in the Philippines. Not to mention requirement of mortgage redemption insurance by the bank financing on home loans when you already have 20% equity on your property. Later finding out, that's of course a different topic. Later finding out that the insurance company is also owned by the same bank. Corrupt indeed. Will you agree? Thanks for your intelligent topic, sir. Great job on your part. Anyway, let's forget about the last comment there about home insurance and such. But I was shocked by this, and I posted my YouTube postings on my YouTube, and my grandnephew also commented, yes, TPL is needed to register your car. It's about 500 to 700,000 pesos. If you want more coverage, you get your own. Some get comprehensive, almost covers everything. But the claim is another story. So now that's coming from my grandnephew. So that bothers me. Before we continue with what I think might be happening, it's possible it's a hoax, okay? Let me explain to you how it is done in the United States. When you have a car to insure, they ask you what type of car, what's the age of the car. They don't talk to you about value, because value is in the eyes of the beholder. Okay, some people pay 20 million for a car, another person will pay 18 million for a car. It varies. But so here they don't care how much you paid for the car. They say, what car do you have? What are the options? They want to know the car, and from there they give you a quotation. Now, if it is too high, usually they have a $100 deductible. That means you pay the first $100 of the damage. And if you want to save money, you can get a higher deductible. For example, you can say, how about if I have a $500 deductible? How much will the premium be? That's how it's done here. Also, usually when you're insured, you get into an accident, you don't pay any money. You just ask them, okay, where should I send the car? They'll give you the name. You can send it there. Or if you have a preferred one, it's up to you. But the nice thing about going to their shop or the shop they're connected with is that the two will be talking. And from there, the shop will give them an estimate. You get the job done. After the job is done, you just pay your deductible, which is either $100 or $500. By the way, I have not had any experience yet in the Philippines, so I don't know. Okay? And that's why this is interesting to me. I'd like to know a little bit more. But here in the US, I have been involved in 2 accidents in almost 50 years. 2 accidents. One minor one, when a young lady hit me in front. She backed up the car and hit me. No insurance. And at that time, there is no mandatory insurance yet. So I just ate it myself, got it fixed, had it done, did not bother her. What can she do? She's on welfare. The next one was my fault. It's a major accident. Here, if I still have the picture, I'm going to show it here to you. Okay, I got into an accident, and this is recently, maybe within the last 2 years. And all I did was call the insurance companies. The insurance company said, okay, here's our shop. Do you have any preferred shop? I said, no, I'll use your shop. So there is no discussion on my part regarding cost, price, and all that. So I said, you take care of it. So I took the car over there and I said, okay, you're entitled to rental car. So I went to the rental car company to make sure that I'm not paying for anything. If they say that, oh, gee, your insurance is only covering a small car and you got a bigger car, you have to pay the difference. So I want to make sure I'm not paying for anything. So I got a medium-sized car. And I drove it for about 2 weeks, I think. Between a week to 2 weeks until my car is done. The damage is fixed. I returned the car. I did not pay anything. When the car was done, I picked up the car. I paid my deductible of $500. I had a $500 deductible, and that's it. No issues. I didn't have to deal with the insurance company. The shop and the insurance company dealt with each other. That's how it is done in the Philippines. Now, I did some research on YouTube, and this guy appears to know what he's talking about. He may be an insurance salesman also. And this is what he said, sort of related to this. When you insure in the Philippines, you insure for the monetary value. Let's say you have a car that's worth 1 million. For 1 million, they'll quote you a premium. And you say, oh, gee, it's too expensive. I think you also have a deductible in the Philippines. But let's not even talk about the deductible. Let's say 1 million coverage is so much. So I don't know. Well, what this guy said is that some people would rather pay money to an insurance company that quotes them less. But the problem is these people quoting them less is not insuring the car at full value. Let's say they will only insure it for $900,000. Or it may be the same insurance company and they may say, gee, if you want, we can just insure it for $900,000. Okay? In effect, you have what we call here in the United States as co-insurance. If your property is worth 1 million, you insure it for 900,000. That means your co-insurance is 10%. 10%. Let me get off the topic. In the United States, if you have a $1 million house, there's usually a co-insurance provision that as long as the insurance is about 80%, there's a 20% co-insurance clause. 80%, they will cover 100%. But if your insurance is like 70% of the real value, then they will hit you, meaning when you file a claim, it will be a reduced claim. So going back to the car, if that is what's happening, $1 million car got insured for $900,000, that means there's a 10% co-insurance clause. In effect, that's what I call co-insurance clause. So when you have a $100,000 repair, 100,000 peso repair, they will only pay 90,000 pesos. You're responsible for the other 10,000 pesos. Now, Is this the situation here? Is it possible that at the time the insured is saying, "Oh, gee, it's too expensive. Can you reduce the price?" So we reduce the price to based on a 900,000 peso value, and they're happy. And guess what? If you don't get into an accident, you'll never know because you're just happy. You're paying a lower premium. Could that be the situation? Or if I get a $1 million insurance and there is a claim, they still lower it down. In that case, it's a hoax. It's ridiculous. Okay? When it's insured, they have to give me a reason why not. And that is the reason why I want to know who the repair shop is. And I like them to deal with the repair shop and take care of everything. Now, is that going to work in the Philippines? I don't know. Okay? So that remains to be seen. When I get back to the Philippines, I will look into this further. But it bothers me. It bothers me because that's not the way insurance works here. When I read on paper the insurance, it's very similar to the United States. You have comprehensive, you have medical, you have third party, you have first party liability, etc. Act of God, and so forth and so on. Appears to be the same. But in reality, the filing of the claim may be different. For one thing, I don't know if I'll be required to pay the 100,000 pesos first and then seek reimbursement. What if I don't have the 100,000 pesos? Okay, so that's a question. And I'm not saying it's a hoax or it's not a hoax. What I'm saying is, I don't know what it is. Now, if you have had any experience in this, similar to one of my viewers, I will appreciate it if you can put it in the comment because that will benefit a lot of people. And this is one area that I'm particularly sensitive to because I'd like to buy a car. I'd like to get a car. But if this is going to be a problem, I'm just going to ride a tricycle. Maybe less headache. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will put your comments down below so that I, along with the other viewers, will benefit from this. Okay, thank you, and please do share this with others, and please do subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.